You play with fire, you get burned. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Man to Man, and today we've got a mono red deck featuring Cemetery Gatekeeper, which is massively underrated in my opinion. Now basically what this deck does, obviously other than being mono red and very, very fast, the Cemetery Gatekeeper sets up for additional burn outside of first strike, so we have a bunch of different removal spells which we can hopefully reanimate with Bloodthirsty Adversary and Invoke Calamity, obviously Fable of the Mirrorbreaker just because it's a blessedly amazing card, Igneous Inspiration with our sideboard, but other than that, this is a very simple and effective, I think it's probably one of the most effective mono red decks that I have built. But before we get into the gameplay, make sure to leave a like. The button looks just like this. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Hammer Koth? No way, that is ironic. We're playing mono red versus Hammer Koth. That is absolutely wonderful. I wish that they would bring back Koth. I really miss that Planeswalker. I don't think Koth's been around for a very long time, which is really sad. But let's go and set up for our Kumano faces Kakkazan. I really like this card a lot. It does set up nicely into our turn 2 creatures. And now I kind of wish something was in the graveyard for the Cemetery Gatekeeper, but you know, it'll be okay. So, okay, I got a Twin Blade Geist. This thing's gonna have double strike. It does have Disturb as well, so that's interesting. Guess we'll play down the mountain. No point in not. And, probably, I mean, Play with Fire's pretty good. Play with Fire's pretty good. It does have double strike. I kind of want to get something into the graveyard before I play the Cemetery Gatekeeper. So, I think we're just gonna go for the Reinforced Ronin. Let's go for the Reinforced Ronin, and it is a 3/3. Unfortunately, it does come back to our hand, which kind of sucks, but I'm just going to swing in here. Could play the other Ronin, but I kind of want to keep the Play with Fire. And they're going to take it, okay. And yeah, that seems fine with me. Let's go ahead and put this back. And yeah, it's unfortunate that we kind of like waste the counter there or whatever, but we're still sitting on a Play with Fire. And I want to get something into the graveyard, and then we can remove this thing with our ability. So Jukai Naturalist, okay, so change of plans. Change of plans, we're gonna totally kill the Jukai Naturalist, because that is way scarier than anything else. So, this is kind of nerve-wracking. They do have the Rune of Might. Ooh, see, this is kind of interesting. I think because we have 2 Play with Fires, we're just gonna Play with Fire on this thing right now. This way we take away their value. We take away their value. Kumano comes back. This is dynamite. Oh baby, this is setting up very, very nicely. We're just gonna go with Play with Fire on the Jukai Naturalist, because I just don't want this thing out on the battlefield, just straight up. So let's go ahead and Play with Fire. This gets exiled. We're gonna play the Cemetery Gatekeeper. This is gonna do one of 2 things. Cemetery Gatekeeper is going to exile the Twin Blade Geist so that they can't play it from Disturbed. And now every time they play a creature, the Cemetery Gatekeeper is going to burn them. Like, how sick is that? How sick. Okay, so let's see what they got going on here. I mean, they do need creatures. This is obviously some sort of a Selesnya. It might be runes, maybe, if they have red. This is kind of ironic, though, with the Hammer or Koth, and we're doing all the damage. So, Ranger's Class actually kind of sucks. That does actually kind of wall us off a little bit, depending on what they got going on. And at 2, we go to level 2. I think that's okay. Okay, so we got Shatterskull Smashing. I'm trying to think here. What do I want to do? Do I want to use the Shatterskull Smashing and just smash this poor puppy's face in and then deal 4? Or do I want to just swing in? I kind of want to use Den of the Bugbear as well, so I think I'm just going to go for double Ronin. Let's go for double Ronin. Yeah, I know I actually hit myself with the Gatekeeper, but in this deck, we're so fast that we really don't care about that. And yeah, I know, yep, that's fine, but we are racing, baby. We are racing. Let's go ahead and swing on in. And that's a lot of damage to just take. That's a lot of damage to just kind of freely take. They go down to 6 end turn. Yeah, these goes back to our hand. Let's go back to our hand. And if they want to play creatures, they're gonna have to pay. Well, that's time. They're gonna have to pay the price. There we go. They're gonna have to pay the price. So it's down to 6 life, and Ranger's Class is only relevant if they are swinging. So I don't think they want to be swinging, so I think that's kind of just like wasted mana in my opinion. So the best thing they could have is easily just removal. Hopefully they don't have any removal. We can also go for Den of the Bugbear, and we just take it. Sorry, Koth, we are the true mono red. United. Well, let's unite against the evil that is united. Let's go ahead and keep this. And we're just sitting pretty good here. I always love starting off with the Play with Fire. Play with Fire goes very nicely with the Bloodthirsty Adversary later in the game. Let's see what we got. Oh, these are pretty little Tezzeret sleeves. I actually have these. I love the animation that these come out with. So, to go with Human, and are they just going to pass me the turn? I'm just going to go ahead and Play with Fire. We are a little bit overloaded on land, so I kind of want to scry away, make sure we don't get another land as well. Just going to Play with Fire. I think that's fine. It is fine. You know, it's not like ideal necessarily, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm actually just going to play the Adversary. The Gatekeeper is better when we can use it to exile something, and I kind of want to use it on a creature or something. So, they call Human. I'm assuming they're using humans, so I guess the plan here is to use Play with Fire, then use Gatekeeper, and punish them for playing humans. Seems simple enough. So there is the Human, right? Human, okay, so that's cute. 2/2, that's going to be set up. That's going to be that's going to be food with our Play with Fire, because if you Play with Fire, I think you just get burned, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. Take them out. We're going to play the Cemetery Gatekeeper. We're going to exile their human so that they get punished for playing more. Swing in 14 to 20, and now they get punished every single time they play creatures, which is just insane. We are sitting on a Play with Fire. I'm actually going to put a stop on this depending on what I want to do. So there's the Spellbinder. Okay, so they do get punished here. The Play with Fire is their only target, so that's fine. That's fine. That is fine, and ooh, that is kind of a rough top deck there, but it's okay. It's okay. I think we set this down. I mean, we could always... I think we want to keep our creatures as healthy as possible, so I think we use Play with Fire this turn. The next turn we can go for Den of the Bugbear. I think that's the best move, so let's just go for Play with Fire. Kill you, deal 4. Deal 4, and this is where it gets a little scary, because if they drop like a, they drop something kind of scary here, like another Spellbinder, it's actually not that bad. We deal more damage to them. We don't have anything, sorry buddy, we just have a land in our hand. We do have a Roil Eruption as well. Ooh, a Roil Eruption, we can't, oh no, we can't kick that, I'm stupid. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. But if we go for Den of the Bugbear, and swing on in, that's what, they can block that, and that's like, I think they have to block the Den of the Bugbear. So we can't do lethal just yet. So let's go ahead and do Den of the Bugbear. Den of the Bugbear, swing in with the 1/1. So if they have to block out the Den of the Bugbear. We pretty much lock them out of doing anything here. So 1, and then we still have the Roil Eruption to just finish off the match. Hopefully that'll be enough. Unless they have, I don't know what they could have. So the Adversary, and that just deals the damage. Hey, we'll go get a toast to you. I love the Cemetery Gatekeeper. Because I'm CSE, you're Dynamite. Alright, but so are we, because if you Play with Fire, you get burned. Dynamite, kind of close to the same thing. Let's go ahead and drop our Kumano Faces Kakkazan. This is going to set up very nicely. It's kind of weird. We have Invoke Calamity. We don't have any of our instant or sorceries, which comes in later in the game, but that's going to be okay. You get a Generous Visitor. Generous Visitor. Okay, so we want to make the most out of this. Because we don't have anything for Bloodthirsty Adversary to kind of like replay from the grave, I think we're just going to play it down. Just so we get a 3/3. More power is more gooder, as I like to say, down here. And we're going to swing in. We're going to take them down to 16, and this is what we're doing, baby. When you Play with Fire, you get burned. And this is going to come in tapped, which is really nice. So, I don't know. I guess they're racing me. I think that's very, very bold. See, the thing is here... The thing is I kind of was hoping that they would chump block, so then we could play the Cemetery Gatekeeper, and then we could exile their creature and then burn them every single time they play more creatures, but it's not looking like that's going to happen, is it? It's not looking like that's going to happen. So let's go ahead and swing in here. We just take them down to 9. I think at this point, it's probably just better to place it down, even though we don't have anything. We could always use Reinforced Ronin for the channel ability, but I think it's just fine. We're going to place the Cemetery Gatekeeper. There's nothing to exile, but... I think it's okay. I think just having a 2/1 first strike is going to be enough of a headache for them. Or at least I hope so. So the Lair of the Hydra, they must have just drawn that, I'm assuming. So Rune of Might, okay, so 3/3. So if they decide to swing in here, we'll definitely just let them go. Because this has Trample. And we do get a Roil Eruption. Is that going to be enough? This deck is blazing fast. So if we just do this... That is going to be 5, 7, 9. I think that's just enough. So let's go ahead and pop them off with the Roil Eruption here. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely blazing fast. Look at that. Just enough, but 0 is 0, and that is a good game on turn 4.